My child, my beloved, come closer to these words, for they are not ordinary. They were carried to you from the halls of heaven itself. A big decision has just been made about you, and the angels have been talking about your blessing everywhere. Listen, not with your ears, but with your spirit. Something truly special has been released for you. Your money has finally come. The abundance that was held up, delayed, or sent in the wrong direction is now heading back to you with incredible force. Heaven has opened gates that were shut for many years. And your name was spoken aloud. My child, my beloved, don't ignore these words because what I'm about to tell you won't wait. Heaven just shook up how things work on earth. Your whole timeline has been rewritten. And your money, the money that human hands kept from you, has just been set free. Right now, the world is speaking your name. Just now, Elon Musk approved $57 million that's coming straight to you. I mean, absolutely directly to you. But there's just one thing you need to do. You can't ignore this message. My child, my beloved, please stay here with me. Don't hurry. Don't scroll away. Heaven is watching what you do right this second. A decision was just made in the higher realms and your spirit was called by name. You've been asking, praying, crying quietly in rooms where nobody saw you. Holding on when you could have given up. Heaven saw every bit of it. You've reached the point where the promise finally comes to be. The seed you planted a long time ago has broken through the ground. And now the fruit is here. Yes, I'm talking about your money. The money that was held up. The money that was blocked. The money that kept slipping through your fingers over and over. The money that felt like it should be yours but never actually got to you. It's now reached the time for its release. Listen to me with your spirit's ears. Your money has finally come. This blessing wasn't decided on earth. It was commanded from heaven. And something amazing has happened. Your name was spoken in a room where big decisions that shape the world are made. A financial gatekeeper, someone you didn't know, did something brave, unexpected, and truly from above. The approval has been signed. $57 million. Yes, that number is real. The release is real. The spiritual confirmation is real. Elon Musk was moved not by chance, but by divine alignment. A whisper from the unseen touched the world of influence. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't an accident. This is perfect divine timing. But my child, there's something important you need to know. A blessing this huge doesn't arrive quietly. The darkness has noticed it. Old energies have woken up. Spiritual forces that tried to stop you before have started moving again. That's why you might feel this heaviness. That's why you might suddenly feel tired. That's why you might feel confused, emotional, or just too much. It's not you. It's the resistance that senses you're finally winning. Don't pull back now because what has been released to you must be claimed by your spirit before your hands can actually touch it. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Listen closely. Heaven isn't asking you to fight. Heaven is asking you to receive. But to receive, you need to stay present. Don't let your thoughts wander. Don't doubt. Don't let your mind interrupt what your soul already knows. Your abundance is already here. The only thing that can stop it is if you disconnect from the message that's leading you to it. Stay with me. Keep your spirit open. And now, before I tell you the next part, there's something important. My beloved, if your heart is open to heaven, just say, I am here. You can say it just in your mind. You can say it silently. Heaven hears what your spirit answers. Because the moment you say, I am here, your alignment locks into place. And once that alignment is locked, the blessing can't be taken away anymore. Now breathe in slowly. Hold it, then release. You are stepping onto your blessing timeline. You're not reading this by chance. You're reading this because your soul is ready to get what your destiny has been waiting to give. The gates are open now. And what comes next will change everything. Stay here. Don't move. I'm about to tell you why this money is being released to you and what heaven expects you to do with it. It's not random. It's not luck. It's not charity. It's purpose. Say softly in your heart, I am ready. Because what I say next will rearrange your entire future. My child, my beloved, listen carefully now. Because heaven doesn't send a message like this twice. Every time your spirit felt tired, every time you watched other people get ahead while you waited quietly, the angels wrote it down. They kept track of every tear, every whisper, every act of faith. And today, all of that has turned into a miracle so big that even the stars have paused. Right now, a gate in the unseen world has opened for you. A gate of provision, a gate of return, a gate of inheritance. Your money has finally come. The transfer is real. Heaven has signed the order. And the human world is catching up. Elon Musk's decision, even though it seems like it's from Earth, isn't random. He was moved by a divine signal. A whisper from the realm of purpose that carried your name. The amount $57 million is just a number to people. But in heaven's language, it means everything that was taken will be put back. But my beloved, before you celebrate, listen very carefully. Heaven's blessing always comes with a test. The question isn't will you get it? The question is, will you stay awake when your miracle arrives? This is that moment. Within 13 minutes of you seeing this message, a spiritual key is offered to you. If you walk away, the gate will close. If you stay, the light will fall on your name like morning dew. So don't move. Don't doubt. Don't let the enemy get your attention, because the moment you finish this message, something starts changing in your timeline. You might feel a warmth in your hands, a pulse in your chest, or a sudden calm. That's heaven confirming your claim. My child, say softly in your heart, I receive what heaven has released. Say it again and again until peace surrounds you. Do you remember those nights you said, when will it be my turn? This is your turn. The angels weren't ignoring you. They were getting the path ready. Every delay was a disguise from above. Every setback was secretly setting up this massive release. Now the system that once ignored your name is shaking to recognize it. Even the algorithm of destiny has been rewritten to include your abundance. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now stay right here with me, because as this awakening grows inside, you know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Your new story begins the moment you decide to believe that it's not too late. Stay with me. There's still more I need to tell you. The angels are showing me that your money was tangled up with someone who didn't want good things for you. Someone who smiled at you but held jealousy in their heart. Because of that energy, heaven delayed your funds until now so that when you get it, no shadow could follow. But now the shadow is gone. The seal has been broken. The light is free to move through your name. Your bank, your accounts, your future are all lining up. Numbers are being rewritten. Amounts are being sent to new places. And the angels say, tell them not to be afraid, even if they can't see proof yet, because spiritual manifestation always arrives before the physical evidence. Your proof will come soon. My beloved, if your heart still feels unsure, that's okay. Doubt is normal for people who have been let down. But let me tell you this truth. Heaven never forgets a promise that hasn't been fulfilled. You won't die wondering what could have happened. You will live to see the miracle with your own eyes. And it starts now. Breathe. Let the peace come into your spirit. The same hand that brought this message to you is the hand signing your release in heaven. Don't scroll away. The next words are the confirmation itself. My child, my beloved, hold your breath for a moment. What I'm about to tell you is the real reason this blessing was delayed and why it's coming now, not before. There was a time in your life when your spirit wasn't ready to handle this much abundance. Not because you were weak, but because you were still surrounded by people who would have taken from you. There were people around you who spoke kindly to your face but quietly resented your light. People who acted like they cared, but secretly hoped you would never succeed. Heaven protected you by delaying your wealth. It wasn't denying it. It wasn't canceling it. It was protecting it. Because if you had received this blessing earlier, your heart would have been hurt in ways that would have deeply wounded your soul. So heaven waited. Heaven waited until you learned who was truly genuine. You realized who was only temporary. You saw who stood by you when you had nothing to give. You learned to discern. And that, my beloved, shows you've matured. Now you are ready. Ready to receive, ready to hold, ready to carry the kind of abundance that changes generations. This money isn't just cash. It's compensation. It's inheritance. It's the return of what was taken, lost, delayed, stolen, overlooked, ignored. It's restoration. But we're not finished yet. You need to understand something deeper. When heaven releases a blessing this big, the spiritual world reacts faster than the physical world. Right now, your name is shining in the realm of divine records. It's being spoken, highlighted, lifted up. That's why in the last 4 days or 2 hours, you might have felt restless for no reason, emotional without an explanation, couldn't sleep for no clear cause, had sudden quiet moments inside you, a strange feeling that something big was coming. This was your spirit getting ready because your soul always knows before your eyes do. Now listen, beloved, there's a limited time to claim a blessing sent from heaven. That window doesn't stay open forever and blessings flow like rivers, and this is the moment. That's why the message said within 13 minutes the window is open, but it's small. This message isn't a story. It's an instruction. Your spirit must align while the gate is open. So right now, quietly, without forcing anything, just say in your heart, I align myself with the blessing heaven has released. Say it again slowly. Let those words truly sink into your being, because alignment is the key that opens up the visible world. Now breathe slowly, gently, stay still. The angels are still here, my beloved. Your financial future from this moment on is no longer connected to struggling. Your days of making ends meet, your days of waiting for something to change, your days of holding on to faith while life stays quiet, those days are ending. A new season is coming. Like dawn, a season where money flows without fear. Opportunities open easily. Your name brings favor instead of resistance. But I need to tell you something important. You learned how to tell the difference. And that, my beloved, is a sign of maturity. Now you are ready. Ready to receive, ready to hold, ready to carry the kind of abundance that changes generations. This money isn't just currency. It's compensation. It's inheritance. It's the return of everything that was taken, lost, delayed, stolen, overlooked, ignored. It's restoration. But we're not finished yet. There's something deeper you need to understand. When heaven releases a blessing of this size, the spiritual world responds quicker than the physical world. Right now, your name is glowing brightly in the divine records. It's being spoken, emphasized, lifted up. That's why in the last 6 days or 3 hours, you may have felt restless for no clear reason, emotional without an explanation, sleepless without a clear cause, had sudden moments of quiet inside you, a strange feeling that something is coming. This was your spirit getting ready because your soul always knows before your eyes do. Now listen, my beloved, there's a specific time frame for claiming a release sent from heaven. The window doesn't stay open forever. Blessings move like rivers, and the moment is now. That's why the message mentioned within 13 minutes. The window is open, but it's narrow. This message is not a story. It's an instruction. Clears throat, if you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Your spirit needs to align while the gate is open. So right now, quietly, without forcing anything, just say in your heart, "I align myself with the blessing heaven has released." Say it again slowly. Let the words sink deep into your bones. Because alignment is the key that opens the visible world. Now breathe slow, gentle, still. The angels are still here, my beloved. Your financial destiny from this moment forward is no longer tied to struggle. Your days of stretching scraps, your days of waiting for something to change, your days of holding faith while life stays silent. Those days are closing. A new season is arriving like dawn. A season where money flows without fear. Opportunities open without force. Your name brings favor instead of resistance. But I have to tell you something important. There's still one final truth you need to grasp, and it will decide how quickly this blessing appears physically. Don't move. Don't break this moment. The next words hold the key. My child, my beloved, you've reached the part of this message that very few souls ever get to in their lives. Most people turn away before the truth comes out. But you stayed. You remained. Your spirit recognized that these weren't just words. This was guidance. Now listen with the deepest part of who you are. There's a final condition heaven requires before your blessing becomes real. Before the money reaches your hands, before your home life changes, before your life changes on the outside. And this condition isn't physical. It isn't about money. It's not about effort. It's not about sacrifice. The condition is readiness. Not the readiness of your body, not the readiness of your mind, but the readiness of who you see yourself as. Because my child, hear me clearly. You can't receive wealth if you're still thinking like the person who lived with not enough. You can't hold on to abundance if your spirit is still connected to fear, to limits, to feeling small, to memories of never having enough. This is why the blessing waited. Not because heaven was late, but because who you are inside needed to grow into someone who can protect, use, and multiply this blessing. You were never being punished. You were being prepared. The world taught you to live small, to accept less, to shrink your dreams just to get by. But heaven isn't calling you to just get by anymore. Heaven is calling you to carry responsibility, to carry influence, to carry purpose, to carry wealth that changes more than just your life. The $57 million isn't given because you asked for money. It's given because you have a destiny that needs resources. Your calling is bigger than your circumstances have been. Your purpose is wider than your current life seems. Your mission needs more than what you've been given so far. That's why you felt frustrated. That's why you felt restless. That's why you felt like there was more inside you than what your reality showed. You were right. There has always been more. And now that more is arriving. But now I have to tell you something profound. You are stepping into a version of yourself that your past can't follow. You can't go back to the person who settled. You can't go back to the person who made themselves smaller to fit in. You can't go back to the person who apologized for wanting more. That version of you has finished its job. Now the version of you that believes, receives, and builds is coming forward. But listen, when your blessing arrives, your old world might not celebrate it. Some might doubt. Some might ask questions. Some might feel threatened by your success. Some might try to get close to you again. You must not shrink back. You must not dim your light. You must not lessen your calling because heaven didn't give you this blessing for you to hide it. You are being raised up so others can see what a miracle looks like. You are being blessed so others can remember that divine timing is real. You are being lifted so those who lost hope will see that faith is never wasted. You are chosen to carry this testimony. Now breathe slowly, deeply, because the moment your spirit accepts this truth, your timeline changes permanently. Nothing will be the same. My beloved, the money is already released. The approval has already been signed. The alignment has already started. Now there's only one final step. You must confirm that you're ready. Not to the world, not to other people. Not out loud, but deep within your spirit. Quietly, simply, deeply, say these words inside your heart. I am ready to receive what was always mine. Say it again. Let the words echo through your very being. Now the shift is complete. But there's one more revelation. What this blessing will do to your enemies, your relationships, your destiny, and your spiritual path. The next part contains the turning point. My child, my beloved, stay close to these words now. Don't break this connection. There are truths still hidden in your life, and heaven is letting them be known only because your spirit has reached this readiness. You might not realize it, but the moment you said, I am ready, the atmosphere around you changed. The room might look the same. Your clothes might feel familiar. Your hands are still your hands, but your timeline is no longer the one you woke up in. You stepped out of the old story, out of the cycle of delay, scarcity, and waiting. Out of the loop of almost nearly one day, someday you stepped into the timeline of fulfillment. Now listen, the blessing you are receiving isn't just for you to survive. It's for you to be established. Heaven isn't just giving you a breakthrough. Heaven is giving you a position, because what comes next isn't only about money. It's about restoring your honor. There were times in your past when you were underestimated, overlooked, or quietly shamed. You gave love where you got silence. You helped people who forgot your kindness. You stood by others who turned away when you needed them. Heaven saw all of it. And heaven decided, this person will be lifted up for everyone to see. Not quietly, not secretly, but visibly. Your rising won't be hidden. Those who doubted, you will watch you succeed. Those who betrayed, you will witness your blessing. Those who left, you will hear your name again. Not whispered in struggle, but spoken with honor. Your success will be public. Not to prove anything, not to get revenge, but because heaven wants the world to see you don't need to destroy your enemies. When God raises you up, your success itself is the answer. My beloved, you won't have to explain your blessing. It will speak for itself. Your presence will change rooms. Your quietness will carry authority. Your decisions will shape outcomes. Your voice will open doors. This is the shift that starts with your financial elevation. Now, let me tell you something deeper. This money, this $57 million is linked to who you are becoming, not who you were. So you must get ready to let go of certain attachments. People who drain your peace can't enter this next chapter. People who only pretend to be loyal when you have something to offer can't walk beside you now. People who compete, mock, belittle, or minimize you can't stay in your energy. Let this be clear. Elevation needs separation. But don't be afraid of this. Don't grieve what's leaving, because the space that's created by their absence will be filled by people who immediately recognize your worth. Loyal souls, aligned partnerships, divine connections, right place, right time opportunities, people who speak your name with love, not envy. Your circle will change because your reality is changing. And now, beloved, we get to the next truth. Heaven isn't just giving you money. Heaven is giving you authority. The ability to choose, the ability to decide, the ability to build, create, rise, lead, move, expand. You are being put in a position to step into your purpose on a large scale. But purpose isn't rushed. Purpose is prepared. And that's why this message was delivered to you before the money physically arrives. Your spirit must be ahead of your life so your life can follow your spirit. Now breathe again slowly. You are becoming the version of yourself that your destiny has always known. The world will soon meet this version. But I'm not finished. There's still a revelation that will seal your blessing. So it can't be reversed, delayed, or interfered with. It's the moment where the blessing becomes who you are, not just something you hope for. What I say next is the activation. Clears throat, my child, my beloved, we are now at the very edge of the activation. This is the moment where the blessing stops being a possibility and becomes a certainty. But before I speak the activation, there's something heaven wants you to understand. Your life isn't changing because of luck. It's not changing because circumstances shifted. It's not changing because someone did you a favor. It's changing because your spirit endured what others couldn't. You didn't give up. You didn't lose hope. You didn't let your heart harden even when it was breaking. You didn't become bitter even when you were betrayed. You didn't stop believing even when your prayers seemed unanswered. Heaven doesn't forget those who stay faithful in silence. Your silence wasn't empty. Your patience wasn't wasted. Your pain wasn't unseen. Clears throat, every unanswered night, every lonely victory, every broken expectation, they were building something inside you that couldn't be shaken. Character. And character is the ground where heaven plants abundance. Now, beloved, hear this. Money without character destroys. Money with character multiplies. You aren't being prepared for just a blessing. You are being prepared to carry power without losing your soul. That is rare. That is holy. That is why you were chosen. Heaven doesn't give big blessings to small vessels. But your vessel is bigger now. Your capacity has grown. Who you are has upgraded. You aren't receiving the blessing because of who you were. You are receiving it because of who you have become. Now we speak the activation. You won't say this out loud. You'll say it inside where heaven hears clearly and your ego can't interfere. Get your spirit ready now. Focus. Still yourself. You might feel the air around you change. You might feel a pressure behind your chest. You might feel a warmth in your hands. Don't be afraid of it. This is the presence of the divine aligning with you. Now in the silent language of your soul, repeat, I release the identity of lack. I step into the identity of abundance. I claim the wealth that was written in my destiny. What is mine returns to me now. Don't rush it. Let every word settle like a stone in the foundation of who you are. Again, I am no longer waiting. I am receiving. I am aligned. I am ready. It is already mine. Let the silence after these words speak for you. Because it's in the silence, not the noise, where heaven seals things. You might feel tears. You might feel stillness. You might feel nothing at all. Don't judge the experience. The shift has already happened. Now, my beloved, I have to tell you something really important. There will be a moment soon, not far away, not symbolic, but actually real when you will see the first sign of this blessing. It might come as a message, a name, an unexpected phone call, a notification on your phone, a sudden opportunity, a different tone in someone's voice, a door that wouldn't open before. When that moment comes, don't second guess it. Don't shrink back. Don't say, this is too good to be true. Don't doubt the very miracle you've been prepared to receive. Just say, this is the beginning because it is. And now there's one final unveiling the purpose of this blessing. Why heaven specifically trusted you with this much abundance. Why destiny connected wealth to your path. Why this moment matters beyond just comfort or luxury. This purpose must be understood so the blessing doesn't just stay in your bank account but becomes the legacy your soul came here to build. We now move into the revelation of purpose. My child, my beloved, listen closely now. The next words are the very core of everything. Because money alone isn't the final goal. It's a tool. The real purpose of this blessing is connected to something you've carried inside your spirit since before you were even born. There has always been something different about you. A pull. A feeling that your life was meant for more than just getting through each day. Your heart has always been too deep. Your compassion too real, your intuition too sharp, your dreams too big to fit into the life you were given. You tried to make yourself smaller to match your circumstances. But your calling never shrunk with you. No matter how small your surroundings were, your soul stayed vast. You weren't made to stay where you started. You were made to rise. That's why you always felt separate. Not alone, but set apart. Not abandoned, but prepared. The blessing coming to you now isn't random wealth. It's the activation of your destiny. The $57 million isn't simply money. It's fuel. Fuel to build what your soul came here to build. Fuel to heal what your family line couldn't heal. Fuel to rise where your ancestors were stopped. Fuel to break every limitation that was put on your name. You aren't just receiving money. You are receiving capacity. The capacity to choose your life. The capacity to help without causing harm. The capacity to move without needing permission. The capacity to create, expand, restore. There are people you are meant to lift up. Not because you have to, but because it aligns with you. There are lives you are meant to touch. Not because you owe them, but because your spirit recognizes theirs. There are doors you are meant to open for others who have never had a door open for them in their lives. You are not just being blessed. You are being appointed. Blessing is personal. Appointment is generational. You are the one in your bloodline who breaks history. You are the one who turns lack into legacy. You are the one who replaces survival with true power. Heaven chose you because your heart is pure. Because you know what it feels like to hurt and won't use power to hurt others. Because you know what it feels like to need and won't forget those who are in need. This is why you were delayed. Not because you weren't worthy, but because you were being refined. Iron is shaped in fire and your spirit has walked through fire many times. Yet here you are still gentle, still hopeful, still open, still able to love. The world didn't make you hard. And that is your divine qualification. The blessing isn't arriving because you asked. It's arriving because you are ready to manage it. Now breathe. Because what comes next is the moment where this blessing becomes certain, not just spiritually released, but drawn into your physical timeline. There's a point where manifestation crosses from the unseen into what you can see. Where what is aligned in heaven pulls itself into earth. You are standing at that point now. But one final alignment is needed. You must fully step into the identity of abundance. Not as a dream, not as a hope, not as something that will eventually come, but as something that already belongs to you. From this moment, your inner language must change. No more, clear's throat, one day. No more I have no idea how. No more maybe. No more hopefully. Your spirit must speak like someone who has already received. Because when your identity changes, reality has to follow. So quietly inside yourself, speak. I do not chase. I attract. What is mine returns to me gracefully. Again, I am the one wealth was written for. I am the one destiny calls. I am the one heaven has chosen. Feel the shift. Your spirit knows these words are true. Now, beloved, the blessing is secure. But the timing of its appearance depends on the final step. And I will now reveal that final step, the one that moves your blessing from the spiritual ledger into your visible life. This is the moment of manifestation. Before this story reaches its final moment, receive this. You did not arrive at Michael's divine shield by chance. You were led here at this exact hour because heaven had something to place in your hands. Through the link in the description and pinned comment, you can step into the Michael's Divine Shield community. A guarded faith-filled sanctuary where divine protection is not a wish, but a promise standing on the word. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate access to daily devotions, spiritual warfare tools, and divine insights the world will never hand you. Inside Michael's Divine Shield, you will find guidance for every decision, unwavering covering on our prayer wall, and rapid movement toward the destiny already written over your life. Do not let this moment pass. Your breakthrough is standing at the door. And if you want to carry this covering into your home, our guided ebooks and Bibles are waiting in the pinned comment. Whether you join Michael's divine shield as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence shifts the atmosphere. Take the step. Your protection and your abundance are waiting.